It is the nightmare we've all been dreading, the government failing us when we need it most and the health system collapsing. In Ecuador, it happened so badly that bodies were left to rot on the streets. These scenes may be receding, but the aftermath is devastating. Blanca Reyes is on the way to the hospital again, looking for her father's body, a month after they called to say the virus had killed him.
¿Qué? Le digo, no puede ser, si él estaba estable, él estaba, eso fue el informe que me dieron, le digo. Entonces me dice, no, si usted es Blanca Reyes y su papá, él falleció. Por favor, acérquese al hospital.
Pero me parece raro que encuentren aquí después de...
Adding to Blanca's grief, in the month that's passed, the hospital still has no answers about where her father is. A death certificate, but no body to bury.
Son varias hipótesis que yo pienso. Una es que quizá hicieron fosas comunes sin comunicar a los familiares y por eso no se los querían entregar, porque al principio querían ocultar tantos fallecimientos respecto al COVID.
Guayaquil has been one of Latin America's worst hit cities. It's thought as many as 7,000 have died in this one city alone from the virus. There hasn't been enough help for the sick, and here there was no help when they died. This family had to keep the body of their father in their home for 3 days, having to treat it with lime to stop it decomposing in the heat.
Ya cuando falleció, eso fue, como quien dice, lo peor, porque prácticamente estaban o sea, sin ninguna ayuda, prácticamente no tenía a quién acudir, nada, todo estaba complicado. Y sobre todo para la familia, imagínense tener aquí a la persona y no poder hacer nada, complicado.
They're afraid of speaking out here. One doctor was prepared to talk to Sky about the government's failure and the backlog of bodies, but on condition we protect his identity.
Around the mortuary and the A&E, the smell was thick. It was stinking a lot, very strong. It smelt of death. There were areas that were closed and you could see flies swarming because of the number of deaths. 3 containers full. That's a lot.
In normal times, 50 people die on average a day in the city. They've had up to 600 a day during the pandemic. Cardboard coffins haven't been enough. The official in charge of disposing of the dead admits they've been overwhelmed.
Nobody's prepared for an earthquake. Nobody's prepared for a tsunami. And nobody in the world is prepared for a pandemic like this. Nobody. Because there is fear involved in all this process. We had some complications. I cannot say that we have not, but we have been trying to do our best to try and to live with this pandemic situation.
So one family after another waits outside the cemetery for their turn, having to bury their dead themselves despite the risk of infection. With little social distancing and authorities in disarray, the risk of a second wave here is very real. Dominic Waghorn, Sky News.